I don't know if you heard Jim Cramer, but he says this is the strongest economy he's ever seen.
Right. First of all, to me, we have the strongest economy perhaps I have ever seen. See that number this morning, the unemployment number? It's the best in years, not best in 69. We have all spotted the endless help wanted signs, the housing and apartment shortages, the tremendous demand for goods and services, a marvel to behold. Oh, people are confident about their jobs. I say fantastic. And the ability to even get better ones if they want to. They're spending more than I've ever seen, but they're doing it with cash, not on credit. They're doing so in a roaring 20s style.
Okay, first of all, the Roaring Twenties didn't end well because it was all paper and just all hype. That's why by the end of the Roaring Twenties,
wait a minute. You've done show after show after show about the Roaring Twenties.
At the end, it was all about hype. At the end,
so you're not bashing Calvin Coolidge here, are you? No, I want to make sure we're not going down that road.
It started as real economic recovery. It was real economic recovery. And by about the time of 1928, it started to get out of control. 27, 28, people were just caught up. You know, people invest in the stock market. Americans are different. They buy high, not low. You know what I mean?
Yay.
I know. We when everybody's doing it, that's when we want it. And that's not a good trait for, Americans. For investing. Yeah. So by 1927, 28, the average person was starting to get into the stock market, and they were leveraging their homes, and it had become insanity at the very end. So that's what I think we're in right now. If he wants to talk about the 1920s, first of all, it's the big guys that are all, just roaring into the stock market. Everybody else, I don't think people are in the stock market right now to get thinking I've got to mortgage my home to be able to get into the stock market because it's that good. It's all of the free money that is coming from the government to these big institutions that are investing in the market.
Yeah, and I think, look, there are some economic indicators that are not terrible right now, but you have to put that in context, right? We've just dumped $8 trillion into this economy over the past 2 years. I mean, anybody can buy short-term economic sugar, right? You can buy some of that. We're seeing already seeing the negatives of that, though. Mm-hmm. We're seeing a workforce that doesn't want to work. We're seeing inflation that's going crazy. We're seeing housing markets so that people can't afford housing in the areas where they should be able to afford it. We're seeing supply chain disruptions. All of this has to do with the events surrounding this entire infusion of capital into the market, printing money. And you can get there are positive benefits. Anytime, if you want to have a stimulus plan where you're just going to pay everybody $1 million, I mean, there'd probably be a short time where that would seem like it was working really well. The problem, though, is long-term, what are the consequences? And we're already seeing them. We're seeing the negatives. We're seeing wages rise, yes, by about 4%. And then you see what prices are doing, and the 4% doesn't feel that good to most people. Because, yes, maybe their money has gone up slightly, and that's an economy-wide number, too. That doesn't mean that everybody is getting raises from day to day. They're not getting a raise every month as inflation increases. They're just dealing with it. They're eating it. They're suffering under this. And while there are some economic indicators you can point to for hope, they've been doing that for a long time, Glenn. This has been a long time pitch. This transitory pitch was based off of those
and there's
numbers.
two people in particular that were called by the White House and, hey, can you help us out? One of them was Jim Cramer. One of them was Don Lemon. And both of those guys last week were all over the economy. It's fantastic. People are working. No, they're not. Jobs are wanted everywhere. Employees are wanted for jobs everywhere. And as Stu said, people aren't working. When he says, look at the demand and the supply, we've got so much demand right now. Yeah, because the system is clogged. How many people have been waiting for something for a very long time? The system is broken. And, I'm disappointed in Jim Cramer. I mean, I like
Jim Cramer. I mean, we've always,
I do too.
Always liked him. And look, he He has a different take on the economy. That's not the biggest deal in the world. Doesn't make him a bad guy, obviously.
Yeah, but come on. But you really think he believes that?
I don't know. I mean, he's Jim has always been a pretty optimistic guy on the economy, I would say. So he may very well believe it. But I think that, that doesn't, obviously he would allow this as well. He has a lot of people who disagree with him on his show, and we have them on ours. I think you see a major difference of opinion here. I hope he's right, man.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe this is going to turn out all right. But how many times has it occurred before? When's the last time an economy attempted something like this and it worked out? I don't remember it. I can't think of it worldwide.
And let me give you this: these are all the same experts that said no. I mean, Joe Biden gave Putin all kinds of warning. He laid down the law with Vladimir Putin. Told him, don't you dare go into Ukraine. You've got far too many troops on the border. Let me just play this from ABC. This is the report from the weekend on what Vladimir Putin did after his conference with Joe Biden.
I mean, he is moving in those troops. After that call with President Biden, they added more troops. They added at least 10,000 more troops.
So
10,000
more troops.
This is going really well.
Oh, it is. So thank you very much.